Hey kids, changing things up. Not everyone is interested or suited or has on their path that they want to be something in the science field. I've been talking to a lot of scientists and engineers and things like that. I wanted to switch it up. I wanted to talk to an entertainer. Completely other side. There's a lot of jobs out there for you to be. There's a lot of jobs out there that you can do. Find one that you enjoy, find one that you're good at. Talking to my friend Shawn. He's an entertainer, he's an illusionist. He's been doing this all of his life. He's been doing it professionally all of his adult life. He's traveled all around the world to entertain people and to confound them and to amuse them with his tricks. I hope you enjoy it. He's also going to tell us about how he uses computers in his job. Everyone uses computers. Let's sit back and watch. Shawn, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you taking your time. You are, I believe, my oldest friend. Not by age. I have older friends. I don't mean to say it that way, Shawn, but I have known you since.
Well, but it might be the oldest by age.
No, not even.
All right.
Okay. I've known you since before I met my wife. You were the best man at my wedding, and you also are a professional magician. You performed at my church, actually. You came down and you performed there, but I've seen you do magic a number of times. I always get a kick out of talking to you, and I know the kids will find what you do very interesting. So I appreciate you coming on down. If you can.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, thanks. If you can, just kind of tell the kids how you got into magic.
I got into magic when I was 6 years old. It was just a magic set that was given to me by chance during the Christmas when I was 6 years old. And after doing the first trick and fooling my parents with it, I mean, they were absolutely amazed. It was like, oh, okay, this is something I can get into. And it became a pretty intense hobby. It became the hobby for the rest of my life, and eventually became my career. So I did a lot of that when I was a kid. I was just learning as much as I could, and then when I turned to a teenager, I began performing magic shows for like birthday parties and things like that for side money. And then as an adult, then as in my later teens, when I was in high school, I auditioned for and made it into the Magic Castle junior program. Mm-hmm. And that helped me a lot too, as far as pushing my direction as to where I wanted to go and learning more about the type of magic I wanted to do. And then as an adult, I became a professional magician. That's all I do now. That's my job.
Excellent. Thank you. And one of the questions I ask a lot of people I interview, who is the coolest person that you got to meet? Because not me, because you met me outside your career. Who's the coolest person?
Because by far you are the coolest person, David.
Guilty as charged. Who's the coolest person that you met because of your job?
As far as celebrities are concerned, I did perform for Magic Johnson and his family, the basketball player, at one point in time, and also the actor Paul Rudd, who is currently Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Yes.
Wow, you've met Ant-Man.
I've met Ant-Man.
Very cool. That's right. Very cool. Who's and he's met some pretty great magicians because he knows Doctor Strange, and he was probably more wowed.
That's right. That's right. That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Good job. Well, hey, let's cut right to it. I got the kids here. They're going to want to ask you some questions. So let's just have them come on and say hello.
Hi, Mr. McMaster. Hi. What's his name again?
All right. So Bella has a question for you.
Hi, my name is Bella. Can you show me a magic trick?
Sure, Bella. I'll show you a trick. We'll start off with this. It's a $1 bill. You guys can see that it's a $1 bill. Nothing else in my hands. Watch very closely. You guys know what origami is, right? So I'm just going to do a few origami folds here, to turn the paper into something else like they normally do when they're, folding origami stuff. And you can see that the paper's never left your sight, right? Just like this and like this. That's the fold that does it. If you take a look, it's now a $20 bill.
Hey!
On both sides.
So
there you go.
There you go. So they can send you their $1 bills, and you'll fold them and you'll send them back.
Well, we'll see how that works. Possibly.
Or you'll just
no guarantees.
Maybe you'll just keep all the $1 bills. Okay. We have another question. This question's from Grace.
Hi, my name is Grace, and hello, Mr. McMasters. I was wondering, how do you fit a bunny in your hat?
Well, Grace, how do I fit a bunny in my hat? First of all, I don't do the bunny out of the hat trick, but I do know some magicians who do. And there are a number of different methods to performing that trick, magically producing a bunny from the hat. And none of them I can tell you because there are secrets. I'm sorry.
All right, Mason's got a question.
Hey, Mr. McMaster. My name is Mason. Have you ever been frightened in front of a big crowd?
Thanks for your question, Mason. Have I ever been frightened on stage? Early on, when I first started doing shows in front of people, yes, there was some stage fright that came along. But the more, and that was really rooted in, is the trick going to work right? Am I going to remember how the trick works and that type of thing? Well, the more you perform and the more you get used to your material that you're performing for these audiences, you don't have to worry about that anymore. So the fear kind of goes away. That isn't to say that I don't get nervous still to this day. If you're well practiced and you perform these tricks over and over again, there's no reason to be frightened. But when I have a new piece of magic that I'm trying out for the very first time, yeah, I can be a little nervous sometimes, but the very first time I'm going to do it in front of an audience.
Is there a school for magicians?
Hi, Kale. Is there a school for magicians? There's not really a formal school for magicians. I learned a lot of my stuff from just self-teaching. Just once I got interested in magic, like I said, I started studying everything I could and read as many books as I could on the subject and started learning about what type of magic interests me. And then there were other magicians that taught me as well, that they were very instrumental in my becoming a professional magician. So not really a school, but I had some teachers that came along and taught me these illusions. I also will teach kids, and I've been teaching kids magic for about 30 some years now, and in different classes and different summer workshops and that type of thing. And these are all, just so you guys know, these are all tricks. These are all magic tricks. There's a secret method to pull these things off. We're creating illusions. Magicians, that's our job, is we create illusions to make it look as if we're doing what your eyes are seeing, but we're really not. When the person's floating, they're not really floating. There's something that's holding them up, but you can't see it. We're creating those illusions. So anybody who ever tells you that they're a true magician and that what they do is really real, well, they're lying to you. And they're someone that you should probably not associate with. So there you go. All these magicians are just magicians that do tricks for your entertainment and to make you happy, really.
Hello, Mr. McMaster. How do you use a computer in your job?
Thanks for your question, Addie. Yes, I do use the computer in my job, although it might not be the way you think. I don't really do magic tricks with the computer. I really just use my computer for the business end of what I do, which is a lot of emails and contracts to people that want to hire me as their magician. So there's a lot of communication through the computer, and sometimes even like this, Zoom type meetings or face-to-face meetings. But that's really it. I don't really use my computer in tricks of any kind.
Great. Okay. All right. Well, let's get to Holden.
Mr. McMaster, I'm Holden. I'm wondering, where's the coolest place you've ever been in your job?
Hi, Holden. Some of the neat places I've been, well, the Magic Castle in Hollywood is one of them. It's a really cool place, and if you're ever in Hollywood and you have the chance to go to the Magic Castle, I highly recommend it. I've been into a number of places because I perform on cruise ships too. I've performed in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is kind of cool. But on the cruise ships, they've taken me to all sorts of different places, all sorts of different countries. Some of my favorite places that I've visited because I'm a magician performing on a cruise ship have been Venice, Italy. That's one of my favorite places that I've been to. Majorca, Spain was one of my favorite places. And that's and you know what? In Puerto Rico was really nice too. I performed on a cruise ship that took me to Puerto Rico, and it was a lot of fun.
Okay, so Kody has a question.
Hi, my name is Kody. I want to know how to do magic with food.
You know what, Kody? It's very funny that you asked me that question because right before we did this whole interview thing, I was preparing lunch, and I was making hot dogs, but I needed condiments, and I really ran out of condiments. So I thought I'd make condiments from something here. I got my trash can here. Well, here, let's see if I can do this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I've got my my ketchup for my hot dog.
I feel funny.
Hey, Shawn, thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. I know the kids are going to find what you do interesting, and I know you dedicate a lot of your time to teaching children how to do magic, and this is a way to reach out to them. Thank you so much for being here.
Yo, thank you very much for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, hey, I got one more question, actually. Holden wants to know something.
Oh, okay.
Mr. McMaster, my name is Holden. I have a question. Can you make a computer disappear?
Yes, Holden. As a matter of fact, I can make a computer disappear. Watch this.
Shawn, you made your computer disappear. He made his computer disappear. All right. Well, I guess thanks. Bye, kids.